She boarded a bus to return from Nysc, but hours later, her voice was heard begging her mother on a ransom call. Days passed, then a shallow grave, then silence, until one girl came back, barefoot, haunted, and changed forever. This is not a movie. It is happening, and someone you love may be the next. Have you ever stepped into a bus and felt it? A strange silence, eyes that won't meet yours, a prayer in the driver's breath, something in the air whispering, turn back, turn back. But you ignore it because you have to travel. Because life in Nigeria demands it. Because in this country we have normalized fear. Until fear becomes your only companion in the forest where no map can save you. This is not fiction. This is the true survivor of a girl named Amarachi, and it begins with one wrong bus. Amarachi had just passed out from Nysc in Cross River. She was excited, a new graduate, a future fashion designer. She had served her country. It was time to return home to Nsukka. She boarded a bus from Ikom Park, 13 passengers in total, students, traders, mothers, corps members like her. As the bus rolled out, Amarachi played Sinachi's song titled Waymaker on her phone. But something felt off. The driver kept muttering prayers under his breath. One man in the back stared blankly, unblinking. A woman in heels beside her looked too calm, too dry, despite the heat. 30 minutes in, just before a lonely stretch near Obubra, the driver made a strange call. All he said was, "We are close." Then he swiveled off the road without warning. Gunshots followed. Passengers screamed. Masked men exploded from the bush with AK-47s. One of them shouted, "Lie down, now or die." And then the woman in heels calmly stepped out and joined the gunmen. She wasn't a victim, she was one of them. That was when Amarachi realized this wasn't a kidnapping, this was a delivery. The 13th passengers were dragged from the bus, blindfolded, hands tied, and their phones were seized. They were forced to march for hours into the bush. No road, no path, only whispers, gunboats, and silence. When they arrived at the camp, it wasn't even a camp, just tarpaulin sheets and the clearing in the middle of nowhere. Two boys, barely teenagers, held rifles. A man with a machete paced in front of them. "Welcome," he said. "You are here now. Call your people. Let them pay, or this bush will swallow you." On the morning on the 4th day, the kidnappers brought out a rusty generator. They powered up an old Nokia. One by one, they called out names. Copper Girl Amarachi, Trader Chuka, Student Ayo, Mama Ifoma, come forward. Amarachi's hand shook as she dialed her mother. Mommy, please don't cry. I'm in a forest. I don't know where. They said 10 million, 10 million. The phone was snatched from her. Next was Chuka. He was a trader from Aba. He was calm until the man with the machete spoke again. Your people say then get only 500,000. Are we beggars? Later that evening, they made an example of him. Chuka was dragged to the middle of the camp. his hands tied behind a tree. The others were forced to watch. He shouted, "Please, I get wife. I get children." He screamed his son's name, Junior, and then they shot him. Once, then silence. No warning, no mercy. They made the rest dig 2 shallow graves, one for Chuka and one unnamed. Amarachi sobbed silently as she scooped death with her bare hands, not just for Chuka, but because she now knew she was next. On the 5th night, it rained, the kind of rain that drowns voices and softens the earth. 2 guards got drunk, one passed out, another left to find shelter. Amarachi had been watching. She loosened her rope days ago, but kept it tied for show. She turned to Ngozi, the mother with the baby, and whispered, "I will run tonight. I will come back for you, I promise." Ngozi pressed her child to her chest. Tears filled her eyes. "Survive," she whispered, "survive. If not for yourself, for us." Amarachi waited, counted snores, then she ran. The forest is not a friend. It is dark, alive, and merciless. Thorns sliced her feet. Mud soaked her khaki short. She heard voices. "She don't escape. Find her! Find her!" She drove into a swamp, held her breath beneath filthy waters as footsteps passed above. She crawled out, dragged her body towards a light she couldn't see, only feel. By dawn, she stumbled onto a dusty road and collapsed. A hunter found her, barefoot, bleeding, and shivering. He carried her to the nearest vigilante post. From there to a local clinic, from there to a phone. Amarachi's father wept as she said, "Daddy, I'm alive, but they are still there. They are still there." To this day, Chuka's body was never recovered. Ngozi and her baby were never found, and the woman in heels vanished. The road where it happened, still open, still quiet, and still deadly. Amarachi survived, but her laughter changed, her sleep changed, and every time she hears the song Waymaker, she cries, because when she closes her eyes, she sees Chuka, she hears Junior's name, she hears gunshots. She survived, but not whole. Someone you love is planning a journey, this week, tomorrow, or even tonight. Warn them, tag them, share the story in your family group, in your church group, and in your youth group, because if Amarachi hadn't run, she would be a memory, just like the others. What are the real life lessons woven in this story? Number 1, not every bus is safe, even from parks. Some legit buses are set up. Confirmed companies, avoid obscure or one-man operators. Lesson number 2, watch for suspicious behavior at the parks. Look out for fake passengers, unusual silence, delayed departure, report or step down if your instincts warn you. Lesson number 3, never travel alone if you can avoid it. Go with someone, or make sure your real-time location is shared with family or friends. Lesson number 4, avoid night travel. No matter how cheap or convenient, most abductions happen in isolated stretches after dark. Safety is more valuable than speed. Lesson number 5, everyone on board might not be innocent. Some passengers are part of the plan, like the woman in heels. Never let your guards down. Lesson number 6. Don't ignore your body's alarm system. Goosebumps, fear, discomfort. That feeling is your body screaming. Please listen. Lesson number 7, which is the final lesson. Your mind must be sharper than their guns. Observing guard routines, counting steps, pretending to be broken. These saved Amarachi's life and prepare mentally. This story could have ended differently for Amarachi, for Chuka, for Ngozi. But what about the next boss? What about the next traveler? Don't just watch this video, use it. Want someone? Share this now, because one share, one tag, one whisper can save a life. This is Whispers of Uche, where every whisper is a window to the unseen. Until the next whisper, stay awake and stay listening.